Tonight for dinner, we're gonna have a fish fry. So fried fish and onion rings. So it's not gonna be low calorie, but it is gonna be inexpensive and delicious. All right, so starting off, we're gonna make the dip for the onion rings, and I guess for the fish too, because it's a pretty good dip. So it's gonna start with mayonnaise, and it's a half cup. I swear I cannot cook without making a mess. All right, that is pretty much a half cup of mayonnaise. I'm calling it good. The next ingredient is going to be ketchup. Half cup of ketchup. So equal parts mayonnaise and ketchup. We've used this recipe a few times. It is my father's favorite right now. And to help him get some more calories in, and again, it is just delicious. And I hate fish, and I will eat fish that is cooked this way. Next we have smoked paprika, not regular, smoked. It needs the smoky flavor. Half teaspoon. Bloop. Garlic powder, half teaspoon, same measuring spoon. Bloop. Cayenne pepper. Gotta go with your gut on this one. It says a half teaspoon. I'm doing, I think, a quarter teaspoon, just to be on the safe side, because cayenne does have a kick. Now we have, last but not least, a half teaspoon of horseradish. All right, that's all together. I'm gonna get a whisk. My little whisk. And mix this all together. Now don't judge, it might look gross to you now, but this is delicious. Yeah, trust me on these things. All right, dipping sauce done. I'm gonna taste for quality control. We're good. Again, don't judge yet. By itself might not be the best thing in the world, but put it with the fried onion ring and the fried fish, and we are on to something. I'm gonna wash these things up, and then we'll move on to the next step. Step 2 is for our family of 3, 2 onion rings will get us 1 meal and a few leftovers for the next day. So we are going to cut these onions into about between 1/4 and 1/2 inch thick in rings. So don't cut your onion in half if that's what you're used to doing, because you can't have an onion ring without rings. If you are like me and onions make you cry, make your eyes water, I'm so sorry. I haven't found a good solution for that. If anybody knows a good solution, please share in the comments. So these are about 1/4 inch rounds that I'm cutting. All right, so we got some dodgy bits at the end here. I'm gonna set those to the side. Because really, what's an onion ring? It's not circular. And kind of separate these. Ooh, my eyes. You can do this by feel too. That will stop the burning if you shut your eyes. Feeling around for some more onion discs. Okay, is that it? Nope, I missed a couple. Excellent. Now I need to go rinse my face and my hands. Onions are evil, but they're so tasty. Oh, my goodness. This is now going in the laundry room. All right. And I left my glasses. I need my glasses. I need them to see. So this is a good stack of onions. I'm liking it. You need to have all this stuff prepped ahead of time because we are going to batch cook this. I'm not going to run around back and forth. We're going to prep everything, fry everything, and then sit down to eat. So that's the onions ready. Next, we're going to need to do the wet. For this, I have a beer. Shiner Bock. My brother has left this in the pantry, so I call dibs. 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. 2, 3, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. If you don't have cornstarch, I imagine any kind of starch would work for this. Now we're going to put some spices in with this batter. So we're going to start with some cayenne pepper, and we're going to start with a 1/2 teaspoon. Remember, we have cayenne in the dipping sauce as well, so it's kind of permeating through. All right, garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon. Black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon. And then we're gonna put beer until we get something that looks like pancake batter. So for the beer, I'm going to whisk. So I'm gonna whisk all my dry ingredients together first. Then I'm gonna pour in beer and mix until we get something that looks like pancake batter. If it's too thick, see, that's way too thick, I'm gonna add more beer. Better to start little by little and keep adding, because it's hard to remove beer once it's been dumped into something like this. You're gonna do your best to whisk this until all the lumps are out. And if it gets a little thinner than pancake batter, that's okay too. You see that? It's pretty fluid now. Feeling good about this. For the dry, we're going to do straight panko. I've done this with plain panko, and I've done this with seasoned. It tasted great both ways. Don't go crazy at the beginning with this, because this is going to start getting wet and glob up, and you'll want to add fresh to it. I also have backup panko if I need it. Let's get the oil ready. Okay, for the oil, again, I have some canola oil that I got out of the clearance section for $1.03. Originally $4.12, so yes. This has been used once before for a fish fry. I think there's only good 2 uses in fish fry oil because it starts smelling pretty fishy after 2. So here we go. We are going to pour oil in this pan. Might as well pour it on. I'm turning this to 350 degrees, and it will hold this temperature, so I don't have to worry about it going crazy on me. I'm gonna set up a sheet pan with some grates on it. Let's do that now. You can see the sheet pans with the grates. I've got the oil heating here. I'm gonna turn on this vent hood so the house doesn't stink of oil for too long. So let's get this going. I do have a system for this. It requires me to have multiple forks available because I have a tendency to get flustered and misplace forks. I also know I go into the wet, into the dry, and then I'm gonna put it on that sheet tray. So I've got my pile of onions here. One into the wet. Let it little excess drip off. Plop. Into the wet. Excess drip off. And now is the tricky bit. You have to coat it with the panko gently, and I'm gonna use my fingers now because I'm a tactile person, and that's helpful. So coat it pretty thoroughly in the panko.
Is that how you did it last time?
It is how I did it last time.
It's quite a job there.
It's not bad. I'm gonna cover them all at the same time and then fry, so I'm not going back and forth. I am going to get the fish and prep that and get it ready to go, and then whatever is left of the batter we will do with onion rings. So I'm gonna get it dry and then put it in the wet batter. So here's the next pan I will work with. I'm gonna set this pan aside for right now. All right, going in with the big fish fillet. I don't know if there's a way to do this without dirtying your hands up. I am unaware of it if there is. I personally don't really enjoy eating fish unless it is a fish fry, which fish is supposed to be healthy, and deep frying it probably not the best choice to make it healthy. Put this here. Do I have any more panko to sprinkle? This is why we have backup panko, which I should have opened already. I wonder if I can open it with my teeth. Yes. Move this out of the way. Most excellent. We'll really pat that on there. And make sure that panko is sticking, because that's the best bit for me, is the panko. I think this is going to be my last one. We are almost completely out. Almost completely out of the wet batter. And my panko is starting to give up on me. Wash my hands, then we're going to move over to the oil. You know, we'll start with a couple tests of onion rings, and then we'll go into the fish. Okay, going down. Oh, forgot to turn on the vent hood. You can see it getting darker already. When you see it's turning brown, you can flip it over. This one's almost done. That one's almost done. Start to take out some onion rings. I give them a little shake so we have enough oil to fry all these things. We're going to go in with the fish now. We're just going to do it. Make sure you always put it going away from you, because last thing you want is oil to splash up on you. That's no fun. This is a little thicker than the oil I have, so I'm just going to splash that on top very gently. It is here. It is ready. Now I use a fork for most things, but to get out this big chunk of fish, I'm going to use the spider too, because safety first. Flipping it looks like. Okay. Oh, fire safety tip, always keep your lid close to you. So if everything catches alight, you cover it with the lid. Quality control, I'm going to eat this little bit. Super crunchy. This piece is looking really good. Put it to drain over here. After it cools a little bit, I can check it. Okay, now for more onion rings.
What time are you gonna eat?
I'd say within 5 minutes.
Wow.
Let's uncheck the fish and see if that got cooked. Oh yeah, that got cooked. Great. Flip it. Start putting these lovely onion rings.
stack it tall.